The scrapyard stretched far into the horizon. Piles of twisted metal and discarded parts formed a chaotic landscape under the burning sun. It was here that Max worked tirelessly. He was a mechanic with a reputation for fixing what others deemed unfixable. Every day was a challenge. Every pile held potential. Max stood before the hulking remains of an obsolete spacecraft. Its hull was dented, its circuits exposed, its engines lifeless. To the scrapyard owners, it was worthless. To Max, it was a canvas. He circled the wreck, his mind calculating, his hands itching to work. This spacecraft had been a relic of a bygone era, a time when humanity ventured into the stars with optimism. Now it was a monument to failure. Abandoned. Forgotten. The first step was assessment. Max climbed inside the cockpit. The controls were shattered, the wiring chewed by time. Yet, there was a spark of life in its frame. He began stripping the panels, sorting through the mess. Hours turned into days. The sun rose and fell. Max labored on, his passion fueled by an unyielding determination. The scrapyard's silence was occasionally broken by the hum of his tools. Sparks flew as he welded, his vision becoming clearer with each passing moment. He scavenged parts from other piles, an old fighter engine here, a targeting system there. He worked without rest, driven by an idea that burned brighter than the stars. This craft was not going to be just repaired. It was going to be reborn. As the days turned into weeks, the spacecraft began to take shape. Its battered hull now gleamed with reinforced plating, the outdated engines replaced with salvaged military-grade thrusters, its weapon systems upgraded to state-of-the-art. Max's work was meticulous. Each bolt tightened with precision, each wire connected with care. Word began to spread about Max's project. Other workers from the scrapyard stopped by. Their curiosity piqued. They offered advice, sometimes spare parts, but mostly, they stood in awe of his dedication. To them, the idea of transforming a pile of junk into a war machine was madness. To Max, it was purpose. The day finally came when the spacecraft was ready for its first test. Max climbed into the cockpit. The controls now responded smoothly. The engine roared to life, a sound that echoed through the scrapyard like a battle cry. He guided the craft forward, its thrusters lifting it effortlessly into the air. It was a moment of triumph, a testament to his skill and determination. But Max's journey was far from over. The galaxy was not a peaceful place. War loomed on the horizon, factions vying for control of distant worlds. Max had no allegiance, no cause to fight for, yet he knew the war would come to him. His creation was too powerful to be ignored. He decided to prepare. He spent weeks fine-tuning the spacecraft, testing its weapons, pushing its engines to their limits. Each test brought new challenges. Each challenge made him stronger. He named the craft Phoenix, a symbol of rebirth, a reminder of its journey, from scrap to glory. The day of reckoning arrived sooner than expected. A rogue fleet descended upon the scrapyard, their intentions clear. They sought to plunder, to destroy. Max stood his ground, his heart racing. He climbed into Phoenix. The cockpit now felt like an extension of himself. He engaged the engines. The thrusters roared as the craft took to the skies. The battle was fierce. The rogue fleet's ships were fast and well-armed, but Phoenix was faster, its weapons more precise. Max maneuvered through the chaos, dodging enemy fire, delivering calculated strikes. Each shot found its mark. Each maneuver left his enemies scrambling. The once lifeless craft was now a force to be reckoned with. The fight lasted for hours. The scrapyard became a battlefield, a testament to destruction and resilience. Max fought with everything he had, his skills as a mechanic now serving him. As a pilot, Phoenix's systems were pushed to their limits, its hull scarred by the onslaught. Yet, it held firm, a testament to its rebirth. When the dust settled, the rogue fleet was defeated. The scrapyard lay in ruins. But Max and Phoenix stood victorious. The workers who had doubted him now looked at him with respect. They saw not just a mechanic, but a warrior, a protector, in the days that followed. Max worked to repair the scrapyard, to rebuild what had been lost. Yet, his focus remained on Phoenix. He knew this was just the beginning. The galaxy was vast, its dangers many. Phoenix would not remain idle. It was a symbol of hope, of resilience, of the power to rise from the ashes. As Max looked out at the horizon, he felt a sense of purpose unlike any he had known before. Phoenix was not just a spacecraft. It was a legacy, a testament to the human spirit, to the ability to find glory in the unlikeliest of places. The stars beckoned. The journey was far from over, and Max was ready to face whatever lay ahead. From scrap to glory, the Phoenix had risen, and with it, a mechanic had become a legend. The weeks passed quietly. Max's reputation grew. Stories of his victory spread. Mercenaries, soldiers, even diplomats sought him out. They all had offers, alliances, pleas for help. Max listened carefully, choosing his path cautiously. He had no interest in politics, no desire for fame. His focus was on using Phoenix to make a difference where it mattered most. One day, a message arrived, a cry for help from a distant colony under siege. Max felt a pull, the same fire that had driven him to resurrect Phoenix. He prepared the craft, stocked it with supplies, ran diagnostics one last time. The colony's survival depended on him. As Phoenix soared into the stars, Max felt a strange sense of peace. He had found his calling, his creation, born from the wreckage of failure, now carried hope. The battles ahead would test him. The choices would define him. Yet, he was ready. The colony appeared on the horizon, smoke rising, signals of distress flashing. Phoenix's systems came alive, its weapons primed. Max took a deep breath, his hands steady. The fight was not over. The journey was far from complete. But one thing was certain. The Phoenix would always rise,